Hello, hello. Welcome to the Dudeist Journey podcast with your host, Reverend Philip. That's me. And before we start off, I'd just like to remind people that Dudism is more of a philosophy than a religion. That philosophy is to take it easy. It's basically modern day Taoism, which is the art of peace. As there is an art of war, there is an art of peace. And we try to practice that here as much as we possibly can in the Dudist ways. And and I know I'm going to make references to things, so just to keep you up to speed, I started this podcast because I lost my little brother in 2020, and then I lost my wife to cancer in 22. So yeah, me and grief are friends. Lucky fucking me. So yeah, it's just to help you kind of understand. If you go back and listen to the other episodes, you'll get more information on that. Watch out for episode 11. But today we are talking about Hangover and the Day of the Dude. This is a big holiday here for us Dudists. It goes from February 27th to March 6th, in which we celebrate Dudism. We have Hangover, which is basically 7 days of rest, and then on the final day, the Day of the Dude, we try to do as little as possible. So we're going to talk about that today and go over things. It has been a crazy wild world. Hope you're doing all right out there. Hope you surviving all right with all the craziness and everything. My week has been fuck this week. Jesus, God in heaven. So first, my kids get sick. Great. So they're sneezing and shit and snot and tissues fucking everywhere. And I'm dealing with all that kind of fucking crap. And then Tuesday, the power goes out to a storm, so there's no fucking school. So I got to drag my kids around trying to get my errands done. Sure enough, of course, I don't get everything because I'm in a fucking hurry because I got my fucking kids. I had to get my tires done, so I took them with me. And since the power was out, I was trying to find, we usually go to this little restaurant, this little diner for breakfast. But no, they were closed. Their power was out, and all the other places was out. The only place that had power was fucking Target. So we went to Target and the fucking Starbucks and ordered some overpriced hot chocolate that tasted like shit, and some croissants that came in a package because it came off of a truck frozen because they don't bake shit in that fucking place. Great breakfast there. So yeah, and so I've been trying to catch up. I'm remodeling my bathroom still. I've been putting on what's known as like the waterproof paint. So when you build a shower and you put on your plastic barrier over the wood, instead of putting up drywall, you put up what's known as backer board, which is like cement board. And then you have to seal up all the cracks with like mortar and mesh tape and caulking. And then you have to paint it with this really thick waterproof paint. Now, there's some different types out there. There's this one type I have because it's bright white. And I really like it because I can see where everything's covered. Well, since I was like in a fucking hurry running around and shit, I grabbed the wrong one. So I start painting it and I'm like, this isn't the paint. It's not white. It's fucking gray. What the fuck is this shit? So run off and throw that out there. And then I was like, had to take it back, get the right one. And anyway, I'm getting through it. It's been absolute fucking shit. And then I'm just dealing with all this fucking crazy crap. And then my kid wants to bake cookies for her fucking friends on a fucking whim. Because his friend's birthday or some shit, I don't know. And my kid wants to be a baker, so I'm trying to encourage it. So we bake some fucking cookies on Thursday in the fucking 25th hour. And it's like, they want to bake with me, but I'm like, they are just, oh, fuck, I was pissed off. Like, okay, so I've worked in kitchens. I've worked in restaurants and bars. I've worked in fast food. And I'm here to tell you that, yeah, during those stressful situations, you get kind of short with each other, but it's not rude. Everyone understands that it's like, hey, we're just in a fast-paced environment. We got to get this shit done. You know, we get it. We get it. Now, Chef Ramsay has become famous for doing over-the-top shit. Now, some places, they do talk that way, yeah. But once again, everyone understands it's just because it's a high-stress environment. So we're all cool, It's like when you have a friend who just needs to let off some steam. It's pretty much like how you look at it. So she wants to fucking bake, and I'm just like, okay, get a mixing spoon. She grabs a whisk, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What part of fucking mixing spoon does this motherfucking look like? Like, I seriously started turning into Chef Ramsay, which was very undude. Very undude. Mm. Which is one of the reasons why I've used Dudeism, is because it's helped me through all this pain. It's helped me through the grief. I'm reading a book right now because when you're dealing with grief, grief is different for everyone. I recently posted a TikTok video where I went on a rant because I kept getting this fucking shit in my feed of Andrew Garfield talking to fucking Elmo of all goddamn Muppets and talking about how grief is a gift. Fuck you, you goddamn ignorant actor Hollywood shithead. What the a gift? A gift, motherfucker? Because of grief, I can't sleep. I'm stressed all the time. I cry every day. There's constant pain, and I feel like I got a knife in my chest. That sound like a fucking gift to you? I mean, why the fuck did they get the world's worst Spider-Man and a fucking Muppet that got famous by a guy who got caught having sex with teenagers? Like, what the fuck? You guys got Snuffleupagus right there, the most depressed fucking creature, but no, fuck him. Fucking bullshit. I fucking hate Elmo. I'm sorry. He changed Sesame Street in a bad way. Fuck Elmo. But on the subject of, so I'm reading this book called It's Okay to Not Be Okay. And it straight lays out some hard fucking truth about grief. Because she lost her husband unexpectedly. They drowned. They were out on a vacation and they drowned in the ocean. And it was, I mean, yeah. So with me, it's the same thing. Me and my wife were together and suddenly she's got cancer, and 8 weeks after the diagnosis, she's dead. And that kind of trauma sticks with you, and the pain sticks with you, and you're trying to find ways through it. And so I like how this book is very like, look, you're going to hear a lot of stupid shit from people who do not know what the fuck you're going through because they haven't gone through it themselves. And you have to understand that it's bullshit. Because the problem with grief, man, things like this, it stays with you. The pain never goes away. And so I've had this time where I'm just thinking, when am I going to feel normal again? When am I going to like wake up and feel good and be happy again? And it's just not happening. And it's like, it's never going to happen. Like, this is you now. You're always going to be sad. You're always going to be miserable. And no matter what you do or how much money you make or how successful you are or, how hot your girlfriend is or what the fuck ever, it's never going to make you happy again. That's a tough fucking pill to swallow, but it's the fucking truth. And that's what I liked about this book was like, look, man, this is it. Like, you're dealing with some shit, and so how are you going to live feeling like you got a knife in your chest 24/7? And that's what I'm going through. Lucky fucking me. And so my kid, she wants to know more about Dudeism. And she was like, so I want to be a Dudeist. Because here's the thing, like, I didn't want to push my religion on my kids. Like, my wife had me preaching for a while. I was preaching at the home every Sunday, writing sermons. And that's what led to the podcast, because she encouraged me to share it. My late wife. I still used to saying that. And so I wanted my kids to kind of like, I taught them Christianity because that's the big religion here in the States, okay? If we were in fucking India, I'd teach them Hinduism. If we were in the Middle East, I'd teach them Islam. If we were in fucking Asia, I would teach them Buddhism. But we're not. We're here in the States, in the Western world, and Jesus is like fucking Coca-Cola. So you got to know this faith. And I'm cool with Jesus. I love Jesus. Jesus has said some smart shit. It's his followers I have a fucking problem with, because you got a lot of people who claim they're Christian, but they don't do a single fucking Christian thing. So I got the issue there on that one. But that's another story. So my kid came up and says, I want to get more into Dudeism. Tell me more about it. So I started getting more into the ethos and letting her know, and she was totally cool with it. Because one of the big things that I love about Dudeism is that we are totally cool with drugs and alcohol. Like, I mean, I'm smoking and drinking fucking right now. Mm-hmm. Daddy needs a drink. Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm drinking Johnny Walker Black, though. I usually like gold, but if you ever go to restaurants, they never fucking have gold. They'll have black and red and sometimes blue, which is the most expensive, but they never have fucking gold. I hate that shit. Because, like, the way it goes is, like, you got Johnny Walker Black, which is like $20, and then you got the red, which is about 30 to 40, and then you get to the gold, which is like damn near close to 100, and then you get to the blue, and the blue is like $300 a bottle. But oh fuck, is it smooth? God, it's smooth. It's fucking good. Like, I drank a bottle of it, and I still have the bottle because it was just good memories. So, like, I grew up in a household where I didn't have a choice on religion. I was forced to be Christian. I didn't have a choice. And I'm like, well, that's one way to get followers. Just force people to do it. Because, like, it's like, you know, I wanted to let them know. I wanted to let, like, as you grow, you're going to make your own decision, and I'm cool with that. I'm just trying to let you know that, like, whatever faith you pick, I'm behind it. I'm cool with it. Let's chill. And so basically, as Dudeism is, it's take it easy and don't be an asshole. It's real fucking simple. And most religions, you know, whether you're reading out of, you know, the Quran or the Bible or the Tanakh, they're all going to tell you similar shit. And I point that out here on the podcast. I'll read from all different holy texts and find stuff, and then I will find a scientific way to help explain and connect whatever lesson it is that they're trying to teach here. A lot of these holy books are just stories filled with lessons to help guide you in your life. And science helps us apply those lessons and figure out how to make those lessons happen. I have a podcast, I have an episode about patience, right? All the holy books say to be patient. To be patient is to be like God. Okay, how, motherfucker? How do we be patient? And that's where science comes in. So I try to embrace them all here in the world of Dudeism because, like I said, Dudeism is more philosophy. You can be any religion, any faith, any belief, or no belief, and be a Dudeist. And, you know, apply the Dudeist principles. That's what we're trying to do here. One thing that has helped me, and I don't know, man. It's okay. So ever since I was a kid, I've been told to be a stand-up comedian because I love stand-up comedians, and I always told jokes in class, and I was always, being disruptive and class clown type person and shit. And so, but I know that stand-up comedy's tough. I mean, you're up there by yourself. Like, I've done theater and plays and film productions and improv and comedy sports and stuff. I've done all that, kind of like the Whose Line Is It Anyway stuff. I've done all that. But the thing is that you're up on stage with a group of people. So if you say something that's not funny, someone else can chime in and, help you out. But with stand-up comedy, you're by yourself, fucker. It's like, if you're not funny, you're fucked. So anyway, I've been told my whole life to do stand-up. I have practiced stand-up routines in my bathroom for years and years. I've written tons of jokes, tons of routines, and I've never done anything with them because, fuck, do I want to get into this? Fuck it, why not? We're going down this road, and I'm drunk, so why not? Mm-hmm. Memories in the corner of my mind. So I'll dive into my stand-up here as I'm talking about Hangover, because I had this kind of reflection over the past 7 days during my hangover. And that is, I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy. I've always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. And if you listen to the podcast, I do a lot of jokes here, and I know about tagbacks. I know about the rule of threes. I really do love stand-up, and I respect stand-up comedians a lot. And since I've been so fucking depressed, I have been buying tickets to stand-up comedy shows. I've been going by myself, sometimes with friends, but it's, my friends don't like the same comedians, or they're not really that much into comedy as I am, and so, but I've gotten to see some great comedians. I recently got to see Mark Maron. I've seen Adam Conover. I saw Tommy Davidson, Maria Bamford, Brian Paulson. I saw Emily Cantillano. I don't know her name, but she's got like the Coke bottle glasses and the braids and the beanie. She's pretty easy to spot. So I've seen a lot of them. It's great, and I've given most of them free drugs, just to say thank you, because that's what you do here in the South. And and so this is, as I'm going there, I'm just like, I need to do this. I need to just get fucking on stage and do it. Now, I it's kind of scary because here's the thing, man. The reason I never got in, the reason I didn't do it, was because I chose love. Okay, I had a choice between choosing stand-up comedy or choosing love. I chose love, and this is why. Chris Farley died. John Candy died. Bill Hicks died. Mitch Hedberg died. All these comedians that I had loved and admired were all dying. Sam Kinison died. John Belushi died. Richard Pryor set himself on fire. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the world of comedy? And that's because there's two sides to the coin. And we keep seeing the side with all the laughter and the lights and the band, the music and the happiness. We're seeing that side. But on the other side, it's a fucking horror show. It's depression and drug abuse and rape and molestation and murder and death. It's fucking horrible. I mean, Phil Hartman got shot in the head by his wife, dude. It's like, what the fuck is going on? So I looked at that, and I knew that if I get into comedy, I have more of a chance of ending up on the dark side of the coin than the light side. And I didn't want to take that chance. Not to mention, in case you guys haven't noticed, stand-up comedians have to travel, man. They're traveling in a different city every fucking weekend. It's fucking insane. And I'm like, I got 2 kids, man, Like, I went and saw Mark Maron's show in Dallas at the Majestic, and he was like, I just got back from Canada. He was in Canada for 3 months shooting a TV show, Glow, which is on Netflix, and it's fucking hilarious. So I'm like, I can't fucking do that. I can just pull my kids out of school and go to Canada for 3 fucking months? Like, no fucking way. I mean, a weekend, yeah, I can barely do the weekend, but I can't do like a whole fucking week or a month. That's fucking insane. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of stayed away. Because, see, my late wife, she was in a wheelchair, so I was her caregiver. I had to be there to help her 24/7. So I can't just take off and go to some comedy, Sorry, honey, I know you need me and you need all my help, but I've got to make some strangers laugh in Oklahoma City at some dive bar called Chuckly Chuckles. I'll get paid $15, though. We're going up in the world. So, yeah. And then with the rise of the internet and everything, it's just going to change. But I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to go. I signed up for an open mic night in a couple weeks. I'll let you know how it goes. And I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. I got my 5 minutes, and I'm going to see what I can do. Right now, I've been refreshing and rewriting material, so I've got like over an hour of stuff already written. So I'm just going to go up there and do 5 minutes from it and, probably talk about dudism and drugs. Because when I tell people I'm a reverend, they're like, what, really? Like, because I don't look like a reverend. I look like a dock worker that sells weed on the side. Like, I know what I look like. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's been my revelation, and that's me and my hangover. That's what I did during my hangover. My hangover was crazy. I did not get to rest much. I am tired, so tired right now. I've been working out so I can fit in this fucking Wolverine costume for my friend at this fucking convention that I'm not sure either of us want to work, but we're going because, like, the big shows, we don't sell anything. We got to go to the little shows. We're small timers. We're independent. We got to do what we do. And comics, oh God, I don't even know if I want to get into that topic because the big distributor of comic books, Diamond Distributors, they're going out of business because the big 4 comics like Marvel, DC, Image, they all got bought up by big corporations, so they have their own distribution deals, so they don't need Diamond anymore. So a lot of us little guys, like Anarchic Press and a few others, they're suffering. They're like, what are we going to do? Do we have to go and start doing our own sales and have accounts for each individual? Or, there's a couple companies like Penguin and Lunar. Maybe we can work with them, see how it goes. It's going to be tough. I could do a whole friggin' sermon on comic books alone, but let's not go there right now. Instead, let's go down the road about Hangover. So I know some people think this is a very silly holiday, but there's a lot of holidays out there where you have to take a week to rest. And we are so crazy in our everyday world with our goals and our chores and our errands and just everything. The main thing that needs to be done right now, the main thing is like some days you just got to take some time to take it easy and rest, okay? So that's what Hangover is about. Once again, February 27th to March 6th. And March 6th is the day that the Big Lebowski was released. So that's why that date is particularly special to us. And as I was explaining to my kid, well, Hangover is about 7 days of rest. And some people have different ideas of what to do on these 7 days of rest. And there's different options. And I asked a few folks about like what they do when they like to take time for themselves, relax and rest. And I got a list here. Few things, hopefully you can kind of, because it's, like I said, it's 1 week before the big day, which is the Day of the Dude. That's March 6th. And so you got to take it easy for these 7 days. Do as little as possible, especially on the Day of the Dude. You got to try and relax. Take it, don't go, trying to help some rich guy get his kidnapped wife back or some shit. Think of it more like Shomer Shabbos. All right, so I decided, after talking with some friends, I got together a list of 7 things that you can do during Hangover for that week, okay? So the first thing is nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Get your gas, get your groceries the day before, and after that, fuck it. Don't do shit. Stay home, chill out, relax, rest that body. Because Lord knows it's nice to get just a little recharge, to decompress, right? So yeah, so it's the simplest thing, and some people it's going to be tough to do. So I'm like, sometimes doing nothing is tough. Like some people go crazy. Like, I don't know about you, but like if I'm in a room where everything's silent, I hear like a ee in my ears. It's probably a health problem, cortisol or something. Who knows? Paranoid illusions, brain tumor. Who knows? But anyway. So sometimes nothing is tough. So I'm like, well, what's some things that we actually could kind of do? And so the second thing some people say is, well, I like to take nature walks. Go out to like some park or somewhere on a jogging trail and just go for a walk. Or maybe just, if you have a nice neighborhood and there's trees around or a little park, go out for a walk, Just walk, I live out in the country. I got 2.5 acres, so I just walk around my 2.5 acres. It's very peaceful. I don't disturb anyone. I'm on my own property. So, if I fall, can't sue myself, right? So, but, if you live in a shitty neighborhood, a nature walk is more like, going through a jungle, It's like, well, we don't really have parks around here, but we do have a street where all the houses are abandoned and all the weeds are growing out of the sidewalk and the lawns, and it kind of feels like a jungle, You won't get attacked by an animal, more like a crazy crackhead or a meth head or something. But it's kind of jungly. It's kind of like a nature. It's kind of like the woods. So, but if you're not into walking, that's okay. If you're not like into the whole thing, just be like, there is one thing you can do, and this is a big thing here in Dudeism, and that is go bowling. I like to go bowling. I still like to bowl. My youngest likes to bowl. My oldest doesn't like to bowl anymore. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, girl, if you're gonna get into Dudeism, you better start learning how to roll. It's part of our faith there, It's like the Christians and the whole the Catholics and the cracker, you know what I mean? You don't have to get the cracker, but it's a cracker. It's a free cracker. Why the fuck not? So yeah, I like to go bowling. Some places have like these passes you can get for a few months. And so you pay like $30 and you can come every day and bowl a couple of games, free shoes, And I have been tempted to like buy my own ball and my own shoes and things like that. I will one day. One day. Actually, you know what? I think I'll probably just ask for it for Christmas because I'm an adult. I buy my own presents all fucking year long. So I should probably put that down there on the list. Why not? But yeah, go bowling, man. Go bowling. If you want to join a league, cool, man. Go for it, Make yourself some goals. But for me, I just like to play. So there's this program. It's called kidsbowlfree.com or some shit. So you sign up your kids, you pick a bowling alley, and you can get 2 free games for your kids. Now, you have to pay for the shoe rentals, but you're getting free games of bowling. And if you get the pass, it's cheap. It's something to do with your kids, helps them out during that time. Okay. So yeah, go bowling. Another thing you can do during Hangover, leading up to the day of Dude, is to perfect your favorite beverage. Now, like I said, we totally condone drugs and alcohol here in Dudeism. You don't have to take them, no, but it's totally cool if you do. I'm just saying, it's like, you don't come up in here with your like, I don't drink alcohol and do drugs. That's fucking great. We will support you by drinking this rum and coke and smoking this weed. Like, motherfucker, don't change us. You just have to be cool. Remember, Dudeism is about taking it easy and being cool. Don't be an asshole. All right? So learn how to perfect your favorite drink. Or the White Russian. That is the drink of Dudeism, is a White Russian. I'm not big on White Russian because I don't like coffee shit. And it's got like Kahlua and some cream and everything. I'm sure it's all great, but I don't know. One day, I think I'm going to go to a bar and start ordering White Russians just to see. But I usually just do, scotch. I like Johnny Walker. Like I said, Johnny Walker is, that's my thing. But yeah, so like perfect your drink. Find some recipes out there, get some ingredients, and figure out, hey, what flavor is Daddy looking for? But if you're not into alcohol and you're not into nature walks and you don't want to go bowling, there is a simple thing you can do, and this is one that a lot of people like to do when they're resting, and that is read a book. Okay, I've got a stack of fucking books. Okay, that's a lie. I have stacks. I have a shit ton. I'm one of those people that, like, I keep buying books because I love books, and I'm like, I'm going to read this soon, but I don't know when because I have a lot of books. Do I have too many books? No, it's the shelves that are the problem. I just need more shelves, and I am literally like, because here's the thing. I always wanted to have my own personal library. I love libraries as a kid. I worked in libraries in high school and college. I worked in the archive. I love libraries. I absolutely love libraries because it's like anything you want to know, there's a book on it, man, for free. And then now they got free music and movies and DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. It's crazy, man. You can get job skills and learn computer stuff and, like, help with your resume. And, like, libraries are awesome. I fucking love libraries. It's a free resource full of free shit. It's one of the few places you can go in and take whatever and you don't get charged a fucking dime. So read a book, man. Plus, I'm a writer. I'm an author, man. I'm working on my new book right now. I'm working on a romance novel. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. It's, why am I writing romance? Well, I was sexting with a lady friend last year, and she said, wow, you're pretty good at this. You should write romance. And I'm like, okay. So I bought some romance novels, and I read them, and I said, wow, these are fucking terrible. Because I'm expecting, like, some sexiness in these things, and it's kind of blazed over, and I'm like, and then someone said, no, you need to read, like, these authors. They get super sexy. Because I have a friend, Amy Hall, she does voice audio narration for these books, and most of them are romance. So I gave a few pages to her, like, hey, here's a steamy scene, what do you think? And she goes, hey, this is 3 out of 5, definitely. Like, you're there. Like, yeah, this will work. And I'm like, sweet. So, yeah, so I have a lot of my books do have romantic themes, but I just never thought about writing it with those romantic steamy scenes. But I'm like, you know what? And after reading a few, I'm like, fuck yeah, I could do this. So yeah, so sexting. Yeah, sexting leads to a whole new writing career. That's a good thing. But if you're not into reading or writing a book or whatever, there's another thing you could do, which is whatever hobby you want to do. What hobby makes you feel good? Is it like working on a motorcycle or four-wheeling or shooting your gun or, painting? You want to follow those Bob Ross things? I love Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. I think he's a lot better than fucking Banksy. I don't know if you've seen Banksy shit, but it's like, it's like, oh, Banksy's such a great artist. Look, he spray painted a freaking child pissing on a rainbow on the side of a toilet or some shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't understand why Banksy's overrated. I get what he's doing with art and what he's trying to say about what is art and what isn't, what do we value and what we don't. I get all that. But if the only reason that he's popular is because we don't know who he is, that's it. And once again, that's probably another point he's trying to prove. But I'm just trying to say, man, that Banksy is not that great of an artist. I've seen better paintings from Bob Ross, okay? I would pay millions for a Bob Ross over a fucking Banksy any day of the week. I think he's overrated. But yeah, so anyway, kind of went on a rant there. But like, find whatever hobby you're into. You know, maybe you've always wanted to knit a sweater. Well, you can take these 7 days and you make the most beautiful sweater in the world. Maybe it's a Dudeist sweater. You know, we do have Dudeist sweaters, and you can get the cheap one for like $40. But if you want like the actual Dudeist sweater, like the one that Jeff Bridges wears in the movie, it's like $250. It's fucking insane. Insane. Now, those are 6 things that you can do. And you can do one a day, or you can do one of them all 7 days. But here's the last one, and I kind of mentioned this at the beginning, but it is something I am going to repeat because some people just do not do this. Rest. Fucking rest. Put your legs up and fucking rest. Do you have to work out today? Do you have to run today? Do you have to stress yourself out today and flex your fucking muscles in your ass or what the fuck ever? No, okay? Rest. Rest. Please. Recharge. Decompress. Drink some tea. Just try and take it easy, man, because we don't do this enough. We fucking don't. It's like, here I am, Sunday, nothing to do, chilling out, could just chill with my kids and stuff, but no, I feel like I gotta do errands and clean this and restock the firewood, and it's like, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Take it easy. Take it easy, Phil. Take it easy, because Lord knows, when the week starts, you're not going to anymore. Oh, man. It's the freaking truth there. It's the absolute truth. Oh, I'm on my last hemp cigarette. Or as they call it, the Hempettes. Stupid name. But whatever. I didn't make them. I was not in charge of marketing for the hemp cigarettes. I'm sorry about that. Oh, man. So, this all leads up to the Day of the Dude, March 6th, which is where you're supposed to literally do the least amount possible. Don't answer a phone. Don't do anything major. Just like chill out, relax. Watch the Big Lebowski. Order in, takeout, Chinese, pizza, whatever it is, and just chill. Because we don't, man. I know I keep saying this, and I'm sorry to sound like a broken record here, but we don't take it easy. We don't rest. We stress, and we freak out, and we run around, and deadlines, and updates, and politics, and money, and religion, and blah, 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 blah. Chill. Fucking chill. Have a drink. Have a smoke. Do some drugs. Whatever it is, that's just going to help you to relax. So let's think about some of the things that you could do. You could take this list of 7, let it help, or, come up with your own list. Make your own schedule, man. You're in charge. Do it. Make your own plans. Make your own way. Because there is no right way. It's just, as long as you're doing peaceful, you're cool, man. You're cool. So why don't we take 5 minutes? That'll give me enough time to smoke this cigarette. 5 minutes to think about things we could do to take it easy, things we could do during Hangover and during the Day of the Dude. And we'll go ahead and we'll start that 5 minutes starting right now. All right, we're back. Well, I hope you took those 5 minutes to help you relax and refocus and rest and learn to take it easy. I know that I'm going to be trying some new things. Like I said, in 2 weeks, I'm going to an open mic night to try out some jokes and see how I do. I'll let you know all about it. I'll try to record it, maybe post it on the old TikTok there or YouTube and stuff and all that kind of thing. But I'll let you know and see what happens. But in the meantime, do what you can to celebrate your hangover and your day of the dude the way you would like. Because that's the one thing about the Dudeist faith, is that our religion is very open about you doing things the way that you want. As long as you're not hurting anyone, we're cool, you know? You want to smear peanut butter all over your body and howl at the moon at midnight, you fucking go for it. It's your right as an American. So I'm gonna kind of leave things there on that. I hope you find some time to take some rest, take some time for yourself, read that book, enjoy that hobby, go on that walk, take your kids bowling, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, just do what you can to take it easy. Because when you take it easy, the dude abides. Thanks for listening, folks. Hope to see you next time.
From author Reverend Philip K. comes your next must-read book, Nicholas of Myra, a novel available on Amazon. In Nicholas of Myra, a novel, immerse yourself in the life of the man we all know as Santa Claus. From the loss of his parents to being raised on a farm by his uncle, Nicholas's early life was marked by challenges. His journey led him to the Christian temple in Myra, where he became bishop in a time when Christianity was forbidden in the Roman Empire. Experience Nicholas's profound strength as he faces arrest, persecution, and the unimaginable loss of his loved ones. Despite being tortured and imprisoned, his unshakable faith and his message of love, compassion, and generosity shine as a beacon through the darkness. Nicholas of Myra, a novel, is a journey through history, revealing the roots of Christmas and its traditions. It's a story of faith that endures against all odds. Available in Kindle, paperback, and Kindle Unlimited. Nicholas of Myra, a novel from author Reverend Philip K. Order your copy right now and discover the story of a lifetime.